So as India prepares for Russian President Vladimir Putin's two-day visit starting 4th December, there are lots of things to look forward to. Despite pressure from the United States, India-Russia ties are neither likely to significantly expand nor diminish because the Russian president would be pitching for more sales of Russian oil, missile systems and fighter jets in a bid to restore energy and defense ties hit by US pressure. I leave you with this report. Thanks for watching.
India awaits with bated breath to welcome Russian President Vladimir Putin for a state visit on the 4th of December. As India and Russia celebrate the 25th year of strategic partnership, President Putin will attend the 23rd bilateral summit. This will be Putin's first visit to India since Russia's war began with Ukraine. He last visited India on the 6th of December 2021. The visit comes amid US pressure on India to stop buying Russian oil and an imposition of additional tariffs. A day before his visit, President Putin, while speaking at an event in Moscow, stressed the importance of pursuing a sovereign economic policy. He also mentioned the high turbulence caused due to the monopoly of certain countries.
We will continue to pursue a sovereign economic policy and act externally based on our own national interests, the needs of domestic businesses and our citizens. We will fulfill our obligations to foreign partners and expand cooperation with those countries that are interested in it. As I have already said, the vast majority of countries act rationally and pragmatically. Over the past 3 years, we have significantly increased our trade volume with them. First and foremost, I mean our key partners, China and India, with whom we share many years of friendship and strategic cooperation.
Ahead of the high-profile visit, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told reporters that India and Russia have shared historical ties with mutual understanding of partnership. He also described Indians as great friends of Russians.
Russia and Indian relationship is not just a standard set of diplomatic protocols and trade agreements. It's more of that. It's much more important. Our bilateral relationship rests on a deep historic background of mutual understanding, of partnership, and a mutual vision of global affairs and system of global affairs based on international law, on rule of law, and ability of taking into account each other's interests.
Speaking about the India-Russia collaboration, Peskov attributed BrahMos as an example of synergy between both nations. The major highlights of the visit will include cooperation in technology, energy, defense, pharma, transport routes, humanity, and science, as well as cultural collaborations.
Well, tariffs between India and the United States is rather a question of bilateral relations between India and the United States. What concerns us is the way we're going to continue and enlarge the volume of our bilateral business with India, not letting anyone interfere in that. And this will be definitely discussed.
And now, just one moment, Raj Chengappa, please.
When Group Editorial Director Publishing of India Today Group, Raj Chengappa, asked the Russian spokesperson on how Russia reacts to India's consistent push for diplomacy and dialogue to end the war in Ukraine, he praised India for its persistent stand and also hailed India for being a good listener.
Raj Chengappa of India Today. On the Ukraine war, India has consistently avoided condemning Russia while also reiterating the importance of sovereignty and territorial integrity and calling for diplomacy and saying this is not an era of war. Is Moscow comfortable with this position, or does it privately expect more explicit political support from Delhi?
What we like is that Prime Minister Modi and our Indian counterparts, they want to listen to our position from the first hand. They want to understand their position, and it gives us a possibility to explain ourselves. And this ensures the mutual understanding. This is of very great importance. Well, for example, we do not speak with Europeans. We don't have a dialogue, even a word. So how can you learn your counterpart's position on a so, well, terribly complicated problem when you don't speak to each other?
Prime Minister Modi will host a private dinner for the Russian president. Putin will be formally received by President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Modi at the Rashtrapati Bhavan forecourt and be given a tri-service guard of honor. He will also pay floral tributes to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat.